I think I'm gonna go for a drive.
So, Ozark is back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just kidding. We're not talking about Ozark today. Maybe some other
A
time.
little bit, maybe.
Maybe another time. It's exciting times. I haven't really gotten through the whole season yet. But it took its sweet time to come here. But today, we're actually talking about Euphoria, like last time. I hope you guys have been keeping along with us in the journey. Episode 4. Today's episode, it was very messy.
It was.
Very messy.
But we're here for it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Everyone was losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is absolute madness. You know, people are shouting at each other, arguing over nothing in front of everybody, being wild.
I mean, it wouldn't be Euphoria if it didn't have all of that, right? So.
I mean, yeah, you know, I don't feel like we've seen arguments this raw in the series yet. This was this was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out and say it now. I know we got our ratings, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Like, this might be the best episode of the season.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I want to say that right off the bat, right? We'll get to ratings and I'll say my reasons why during the video. But yeah, this was strong. This was a strong one.
It was.
Did you guys know that Drake and Future were producing the show? I know that from the jump when I started watching.
Yeah, I heard some chatter, right? So, like on social media, that they had their hands in it, but that was really surprising to see.
So it doesn't seem like the type of show they'd be involved in my opinion. Like, what would they be contributing other than maybe financial?
I thought they would put more of their music into it, but maybe I don't know if their music would have been more suitable on the show. I'm not.
They had some hip hop tracks that played that were way worse and pretty raunchy.
I was gonna say more janky.
Yeah, there's a song by this guy named Yeet, which I didn't hate it, but I can imagine a lot of people be like, "What the hell is this?"
I wasn't crazy about it. No.
But yeah, it's funny, like, these guys co-sign the show, they have their hands in it, tons of dicks everywhere. Like I said, still have not seen a vagina yet.
You don't need to.
I don't know, I'm just looking at Drake's I was gonna say, I'm just looking at Drake sideways a little bit, but things will expose themselves over the next coming years, I'm sure. We found out he has a baby in secret. Now we might find out he has a baby daddy in secret too.
Oh, you're funny.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but he might have a whole cow thing going on himself,
Ooh, let's not go that far.
Okay,
let's pipe down a little
I live
bit.
in his city, so this is probably not a good thing.
Okay, so right now we're gonna go into the plot points. Obviously, the points in the show that we thought were really good and called out to us. What did you think?
Thruple was almost confirmed. I'm holding strong for that. I'm holding strong for next episode, maybe.
I didn't want the throuple to happen. They really were trying to insinuate that, but I was really rooting for them not to do that, because honestly, Ellie is just a product. Like, he's just a toy for them. Like, I don't really believe that they actually take this guy seriously. He came out of nowhere, and honestly, Jules, I think now we saw in the episode, she's starting to fall for him. So now I'm trying to think where her mind is being shifted in terms of her not liking him in the beginning to now liking him. So
I find that a lot of people, like, they start off as enemies and then they grow
to like each other, right?
Each other a lot. So
it's brewing for another toxicity.
Yeah. I still think the world is ready for a throuple on TV. I don't know if we have a proper throuple on TV already, but
I don't know about that.
I think the world is ready.
That's very shocking. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. She seems to be having a hard time with Rue, right? So
yeah, definitely. With Jules liking Elliot now, she's kind of trading another addict for a functioning addict, right? Like
Functioning addict.
yeah, he's able to carry himself and do things without making everything seem so messy, right? And so it's like, is she really doing herself a favor? I don't know, but I mean, we don't know if he's a preferred partner or better partner, right, for her. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, he's kind of a wild card right now. We don't know
Definitely.
much about the guy, so
No.
yeah, he could be hiding some demons himself.
For sure.
But I agree with that. He's more functional. I mean, it is what it is.
He's helpful. He's been giving Jules some key points. If you didn't notice in the very first couple minutes of the show, right?
So yeah, just moving on from that as well. Just a little side plot point I thought was interesting. You know, just after Jules asks to take a shower, she gets out the shower. She's like, "Hey, you got a T-shirt?"
Yeah.
And then she, we all know what this means. So she whips her phone out, looks at him, and fucking swipes it off. I think we all know what that means.
Yeah. Definitely. I think Rue's gonna be in trouble with that one there.
Yeah, she's ready to cheat on her
It
now.
was, I mean, the tension was already building up between Jules and Elliot. So were we surprised that she was doing the little, we're gonna get it on tonight thing? No, not really. No,
nope.
not at all.
Not at all.
So Rue is definitely gonna get herself in trouble with the Darth Vader lady, So and now she's moved on to heroin, so what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about that. She, the big H, so
The big H.
Yeah.
Once that grips you, it's hard. It's hard to get ungripped.
ring ring, hello, OD. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't learn her lesson the first time, so I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, man. I don't want to just harp. I just really don't want to harp on the Rue stuff. The Rue stuff, honestly, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell at this point. It's the most dragging part for me. I really don't care for her storyline at all.
No, she's
Like, I just want to knock this
losing it.
point out quick.
100%.
She's struggling with drug addiction. Okay, whatever. Let's move on, man. She's sad. All right, cool. But it's just like, yo, she's just constantly just being a fucking rascal to herself.
But just to close up on the Rue part, though, like, that's really how it is in real life. Like, when you're on that stuff becomes your whole world. And you just push out the people that love you the most, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing we appreciate about the show. So
I just don't think it's the most tragic part of the show. I feel like other characters have a lot more intense things going on.
yeah.
And like her problem is herself. Like she could have been a side character.
Yeah.
Or she could have been a main character, but like not the main character. Could have been Jules. It could have been Cassie.
Yeah.
I think Cassie's storyline is actually more engaging and actually has more emotion to it.
Oh, for sure. It's gripping.
Rue is seeming like a secondary character to me somehow.
True. So what's the next type of scene that you think was really gripping?
Yeah, the hot tub scene was pretty gripping. That was actually really a fun scene to watch.
That was fun.
That was very fun to watch. Just that spat. It was very real, very
Is that what you call
satisfying.
it? Spat?
I'm gonna call it a spat.
But it was puking, guys. Like, I
She
don't know
spat.
what's
She literally
sounds
spat.
Spat like a little baby spit. Spat?
Spat, yeah. A spat is a disagreement, but it's also she spat out.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't even make that up in the time. It just works.
All right.
But yeah, no, it's very satisfying to watch it. I feel like I've sat and watched people argue like that and been in that position before, and it's very uncomfortable, but like also satisfying. You like leave the situation, you're just like, wow, that happened.
Shocking, for sure. I don't know why she... And just to close up on the hot tub part, like, I don't know why she thought, like, he was gonna come to her aid. Like, her mom dragged her out like one hooker, like, out of the hot tub.
Yeah.
And she really thought Nate was gonna come and console her. No!
The way she got dragged out of that hot tub too, it reminded me of when Smeagol was getting dragged in Lord of the Rings. It's like he has that thing on his neck and he's that was like so like what's the word I'm looking for? Like uncivilized. It was just they made her look like a damn animal. Oh, by the way, like it's actually pretty cool to see Labyrinth getting work,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in years. I don't know what the hell he's been up to.
You gotta rest. You gotta rehabilitate. Now he's just bars all over the
Yeah,
soundtrack,
he's
right?
all over the soundtrack. I didn't realize till I saw him in the scene with Rue
Yeah.
in the church. And yo, he's hitting notes, man. Good on him. Good guy. And you know, come to find out the song was made with him and James Blake.
Yeah.
And
James Blake. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that collaboration even happened because James Blake, his music, honestly, if you want to be possessed, if you want someone to come from the dead, call James Blake. He'll come up with the soundtrack for that. Like his music is very ominous, you know? And then mix that with Labyrinth's like very strong vocals. I think it's an interesting mix. But it worked out.
you need a music for a possession scene called James Blake.
Yeah.
I want to shout him out real quick. You showed me this song, but Say What You Will. That's a fucking sick song, man. I'm not really into that much, like that style of music.
Yeah.
But I even was like, yo, this song kind of hit me.
For sure. No, I like that song too much, honestly.
Yeah, shouts out James Blake one time. He's the real one. Quick nod to Knife Party. They're sick. They're the only reason I even know about Labyrinth right now. He did a song and they remixed it, and you know the remix. Okay, I won't argue that it stood the test of time. It probably hasn't, but if you ever want turn up music, something that's gonna bump in the whip, shout out Dead End Hip Hop. Yo, Knife Party will get you lit, bro.
For sure.
Knife Party will get you lit.
Yep.
Especially that Pirate Ship album. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, Cal.
Yes.
Freaking Cal, man. Oh my goodness, this guy killed me. He was like cracking me up the whole episode, man.
Yeah.
Even when he was snapping.
Honestly, as soon as I saw him kicking like at Nate, I was like, okay, he's gonna play another interesting one in this episode, right?
Absolutely. He's just like like the whole episode, like butthead, you know?
Yeah, I knew it was a sign for something. Something was brewing with him, for sure.
Daddy Jacobs. He was the comic relief and the heart of the episode this time around, I'd say.
For sure, I agree. Like, he also provided, like, an amount of relief for us, but ultimately for himself, just with the way that his character was progressing during the episode, right?
Yeah.
Wear a seatbelt.
Okay, Dad.
I was waiting for him to expose Nate a little bit further because of what Fez said to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like he would have played that card, but then he just made Nate look like a mystery. So it's like, okay, why didn't they do that? Like, that was just the obvious thing to now throw at Nate and expose Nate.
Yeah.
But it's like he almost said, you know what, Nate, your time's coming. You see how my time's now? You know, like me and you are the same. Your time's gonna come. So maybe they left that out for that reason. They have a lot more going on with Nate in stored.
Yeah, probably. I got a note as well that Nate has become visibly annoyed, frustrated. It looks like he's stirred up a lot of madness, and it's kind of like closing in on him. You can feel it, like he's just like just out of it. Like he's just out of it. He has no energy. Like,
No, he's slowly getting tired and frustrated.
Yeah, he's reaching breaking point. So we'll probably see that explosion soon. I like explosions.
Yeah.
Michael Bay.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Michael Bay explosion!
Just to move on, the music choices. We talked about music already, but just to hammer this point in, they really did a fucking fine job with the
They
soundtrack.
did so good. Like, yeah, no, the music choice was phenomenal. Labyrinth, I think this was a good way to really solidify his work and his partnership with the show, right? Like, I didn't think he was doing all those songs before, but then now seeing his face, it's like, oh, okay, now we know who the sound of Euphoria is, right?
Yeah. Him and, I mean, I'm sure there's others, but yeah, I've noticed he's sprinkled all throughout the soundtrack when I was looking up some stuff. Even just with other scenes too, they have like some of that 80s music that was playing while Kyle was in the scenes. Like, that was cool. Nice nod, because he's an older guy, right?
Yeah, that made sense.
Oh man, and that ending song, not the credit song, which is also great, but there was that song that played just before the credits. I want to find that song, man. Somebody find us that song, because I was trying to find it.
He was trying to find it, and we literally were searching high and low and couldn't.
Drop it in the comments. Like, I ain't playing. That shit was fire, and it was very different.
Help us, please. One next point that I do definitely want to make is Cassie, right? Like, I think she really has lost it in this episode. I like how they dug into her backstory in the last season, so that now we can kind of understand where all of the intensity comes from with her emotions, right? I'm expecting to see another section of where she really, you know, comes out soon.
Yeah, like how they break down a certain character every episode.
Yeah, like, you know, she's where we would say she hit rock bottom. She's gonna hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, she has to, right?
Yeah.
And so,
She might have already.
maybe. I mean, they done a good job of showing her mental state in this episode, especially last episode with the shower scene.
Mm-hmm.
So this time, I think that whole, like, you know, her dancing in the room and drinking alcohol, like, they do that in a lot of shows to really show someone having a downward spiral.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, it's like all her friends are all around her, especially her best friend, and no one said anything, right?
Yeah. They're
So-
probably just like used to her being just mopey, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, no one's really even connected the dots that this is stemming from daddy issues, and she has a lot of codependency issues too as well, right?
Just to piggyback off that thing you said about her
Yeah.
friends, it's Maddie said it best.
Yeah.
Like when she gets drunk, it's just tragic. But she said it like almost like she didn't give a shit. She's just like, oh, well,
No.
that's just how she is.
No.
Maddie don't give a fuck.
First off, Maddie doesn't care whether she saw another girl being defenseless, you know, like the bathroom scene,
Yeah.
to visually seeing your friend losing it. She doesn't care. It's all about her.
You know some girls are online like, Maddie's my spirit animal. You know. Bad bitch alert. Like,
Right.
fuck out of here.
And so we also noticed that the scene with Fez, is it Fezco or Fez? I never really.
It's both.
It's
Fezco's his full
Okay,
name.
I like Fez. So that scene where his buddy comes into the house, I'm really curious about what's going,
Yeah.
what's gonna go into that. But we'll have to see.
We'll have to wait and see. They might spring it on us in episode 9 or some shit.
Can't wait. Okay, guys. So now it's time for the ratings. First off, presentation.
Yeah. I gotta say the music stole the show for me.
Yep.
Absolutely. The scenes were also shot very well. Lots of great stagings, lots of theatrics. We like the theatrics here, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just say this is probably a good 9.5.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the 9 as well.
A 9.
Yep.
Okay.
For presentation. Next off is performances. Solid from Cal and Cassie once again. They really had us flexing their acting chops in this episode. Just claps all around. Just claps.
They really had a chance to flex in this episode.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
The scenes that they had to do.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I felt it. I was right there with them.
Yeah.
And you know what? For that, I'm definitely gonna give them a 10. I have to give them a 10.
You have to. 10 is perfect.
You agree with me?
Yeah, 10's
Okay.
always. It's been 10 every day, every single episode.
For real.
Acting, the performance is just solid every time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for writing and plot, they did a good job showing everyone kind of reaching their wits' end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Jules and Elliot situation. Obviously we talked about it. Cassie, Cal, people going crazy. We said Nate as well. Nate is looking like he's reaching breaking point, or he's gone completely numb or something. I don't know.
For sure.
Something cooking in his head.
You all want it!
Yeah, just a very emotionally diverse episode
Yes,
as well.
yes.
You know, anger,
Um.
joy,
Mm-hmm.
denial, craziness of all sorts, man. People puking and shit.
Listen, I can easily say that we both liked Cal's performance. It was very serious, but also very funny at times.
A hint of humor in there.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
I will say that part where he says,
I'm a faggot.
like, it definitely had us, like, cackling because we were not expecting that. He really put it all on the line.
That was, I want to be in that room when these people go off like that.
Are you mad? No, I don't want to be
to
there.
just be there.
Who's gonna have to clean up the piss? You're gonna have to clean up the pee after. I don't think so.
That's a good point. All right, so the moment most people seem to be waiting for is the toxicity rating.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm gonna hold my hands up and tell me where it is on this
Okay,
one.
obviously.
Wholesome, toxic.
Okay. Obviously toxic this whole time. Like,
Ooh, are we
you know,
hitting a full 10 toxic?
yeah, 100%. He's mad.
Boom, 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 boom. Yo, this one was toxic.
It was
my
in.
nigga.
It was in. It was in our face this time. Like, the whole banter between Nate and Maddie with the "you said no too fast." Like, I think that embodied toxicity for the whole show, like just for the whole episode.
and the argument with Nate and Cassie too was just the very real arguments. Like this was, I could see these things happening, and I've seen it in not necessarily in real life.
Yeah,
it's very raw. Like it's how it goes down.
For sure. So right now we're gonna give our overall rating. And for me, like, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I didn't give it a 10 because I will say the Rue part was nice, but it was like, how many times are you gonna have a moment where you seem like you're coming to it, but then not? Like, you're still gonna go pop pills, when you get home. So
yeah, I'm getting bored with the back and forth with that.
Yeah.
This rating was before you said that, but now that you say it, I still, it's definitely dragging. I would say still a great episode, best episode of the season so far.
100%.
So, like, hats off to you guys. Good job. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay, 9 is good, honestly.
Yeah. So that's it for the ratings. I want to just say this. I feel like this episode displays Euphoria in its full essence.
100%.
Like, if someone was to just start watching in this episode and never seen the ones before, it's hitting every note. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, great job again. Very flawless almost.
Loved it.
So yeah, just to close it off, thanks for watching.
Yes.
We hope we did a good job. We just want y'all to feel like, amazing, amazing.
God, it's amazing.
Honestly, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And we are thankful for you guys watching. Take it easy, okay? Bye.
Take care. Can I get an yeah?
Don't just shake your head. Explain why the coffee's so good.
Good taste.